good. I was just getting ready for you guys. How are you? Welcome. Today is the day that the Lord has made. And as usual, let us always rejoice and be glad in it. So today we are going to be cooking jollof rice. Jollof rice is so famous in the West Africa. And I learned it from a lady who is from Ghana. And I hope I don't let her down, although today I'm going to be making it my style. So shout out to Nana. Yes, thank you so much. I've learned quite a lot from you. So let me have a quick introduction of all the things that we have, all the ingredients. I'm just making a very simple jollof rice. So I have 1 kg of beef. I have a tablespoon of rosemary, and for the spices we have half a teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of coriander powder, teaspoon of paprika, and a full Maggie. For the rice, that is 1 kg guys, 1 kg. And for the tomatoes, I'm using 9 medium tomatoes. I have my white, yellow, and purple onions. So right now I'm mixing the spices so that I can marinate our beef. The Maggie I'm using today is a beef cubed Maggie. You can use chicken or you can just choose to use any other that you feel like. So keep on marinating it and let it rest for up to 10 minutes before cooking. Yep, so what I'm going to do to my onions, I'm just going to blend them. That is what I'm going to be doing. I'll just blend them, and I'll also blend the tomatoes. For it to blend easily, it is good to just cut it into cubes and then add a little water into your blender so that it can be able to blend easily. Half blended onions will be used for the beef stock, the rest for the jollof. We're going to do the same for the tomatoes. Cut them into big cubes and then blend it and just keep it aside. In our sufuria, we already have 3 tablespoons of oil. Now we've added our beef so that it can cook. And the onions. We have just added the onions, and now we've added 1 tablespoon of salt. You can check if it tastes. If it doesn't taste, you can just add more. I'm now adding the rosemary at this time. After adding the rosemary, just cover it and let it cook until it starts boiling, till the beef is ready. So our beef is still boiling, and as this is cooking, wow, look at that. As that is cooking, we'll be making ready the sauce that is going to be making the jollof rice. And finally, our beef is ready. The stock is heavy. This is how I like it. So keep it aside and let's get ready to make the jollof rice sauce. Okay, so these are the things that I'm going to be using to make the jollof rice sauce. So I have my tomatoes here. I have my already blended onions. This one is a mixture of garlic and ginger. That's 4 cloves of garlic and a medium-sized ginger. I have my rosemary, my salt, and for the spices is something else we've added here. We just have the paprika here, and I have the coriander powder. I have half a teaspoon of pepper. This is so spicy, so we just put a little because we don't like it so spicy. You can have it more if you like. And I have black pepper. I have 1 cup of oil and our rice. So let's get it on now. Let's heat up the oil. Onions on, they're already hot. Be careful. So we just cover it, and then we're just gonna let it cook until the water that came in with the onion is finished. Mix the spices to get them ready to get into the onions. Okay, so let's check on our onions. Wow. paprika and garlic. So I'm just pouring in the spices. You already mixed them and let them cook. Here we go. Everything. That is the ginger and the garlic. Mix it together. Sasa mambo's ina happen hapa. Sema kunukia. Or we can put our tomato paste. Tomato is the same thing. It depends where you're checking from. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to cover it and give it some time. There we go. Cover it for some few minutes, then check it out again. This has to be constantly checked or else this will burn. You have to continue stirring it to avoid the burn. This is in readiness into adding our tomato paste. So then we're going to give it time to cook. Just before you give it the time to cook, you have to completely mix the tomato paste with the onion so that it is evenly spread. I'm adding the salt now. This is 1 tablespoon of salt. You can check, and if it doesn't taste enough, you can just add it on, up to your own liking. And keep on stirring it. I've just opened to check how it's doing, and I've added my rosemary. I love rosemary, guys. And keep on stirring it. Just keep on stirring it. Now we're adding our tomatoes, the real tomatoes. Yes. Then we're going to keep on stirring it. Yes, so then you can just use a little water to just, you know. So there goes our sauce, man. It's coming up, guys. It's coming up. Don't worry, this Kenyan here making jollof rice like we cook it every day. No, we don't cook it every day, but yes, this is what you do. If you like cooking, you got to learn from the people who know how to cook. And here we go. So our sauce is here. We're just gonna leave it to cook. We're just gonna cover it. At this stage, guys, you've got to be very careful because it bubbles up, and we don't want you to burn, so you have to cover it. Give it some more time so that it keeps on cooking. It takes time, so just constantly check, constantly stir it so that it doesn't start burning. You can taste to see how the tomato is doing. Because if it is not cooked, then it's going to be still sour. So because we want it to be very well cooked, what we do is just keep on stirring and keeping it in the fire. So cover it one more time. Open it to check, stir it, and try and taste. If it's still sour, then it needs some more time. Our sauce is almost, guys, so we're still giving it a little bit more time. Man, this thing takes long to cook. So we still cover it and give it more time to cook. Wow, this is very ready. How you get to know that it's ready? It has already started separating the oil and the tomato. So we're just going to start putting in our stock and the beef itself. What I've done is I've just put a little water into the pot that had the beef so that I could get the extra gravy that was already for the beef, so we can add it to the stock that we already made for the tomatoes. Stir it and cover it. So now as this is cooking, we give it time to just blend in together. We just finished adding in our rice, the 1 kg of rice, so we can start mixing it. Stir it very, very well. This is to make sure that the rice has the sauce all through. Like every corner of the rice is covered in the sauce. So right now what we're doing is just covering our sufuria with foil paper. You can use a nylon paper if you have. If you don't have, if you have a very tight lid, just cover it. This is only to prevent the steam from going out, because we want the rice to cook in the steam. And give it time to cook on low to medium to low heat. We are trying to check it out now. Wow, be careful when opening because the steam can really burn you. And here we go. We're just checking on the jollof. Just keep on stirring it, checking how it's doing. At this point, you can just sprinkle some few drops of water just to moisten the rice if you feel like it's too dry. Cover it one more time and keep on checking, like after 5 minutes. Like right now, it looks like it's ready. Let's see. The color is awesome. It doesn't look chewy. So the way to know that it's ready, you can just taste it. If it's not so chewy and it's soft to eat, then that means your jollof is ready. There we go. You can serve jollof with any stew that you want. Here we served it with a beef stew and some plantain. Oh, I'll show you how to make plantain next time. And we have a salad. Yes guys, we have come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for sticking around until now. But whoa, it's been real guys. It's not easy to make jollof rice, and especially if you're not used to it. But it's a good dish. You should try it. You should try it. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you've not subscribed, and do not forget to click on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the very a lot is coming up, so you don't miss on that. Please press on the notification bell as well. So guys, it's been real. Keep it real. Always here. Share it with your friends. Now that was Shiro Wadome's jollof rice, my style. Yes, may you have a blessed time. Ciao ciao, till next time. Ciao.